Welcome to Under the Chart, bro. This is pretty much where I'm pretty much just gonna ask you a few questions, get to know you, just so everyone can really just see that you are human, because you're not just an artist and social media type of deal. Um,
Yeah, bro. I don't know. I'm a bit reclusive to like marketing and stuff. I need to get better. I present to myself as like more than just a musician.
I mean, it's all about just being your authentic self. Like,
Hmm.
you tell me who you are, your interests, your strengths and weaknesses. That's pretty much all I'm gonna be asking you, that type of stuff along those lines. Like that's you can't stop yourself from not being human, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, first things first, what's your name?
like my real life name.
No, just your artist name. Just to tell
Oh
me how you
yeah,
pronounce it, all that sort of,
yeah,
sort of deal.
Tacky the artist, bro. You got to first on the spot. Like some people, they be saying like takey or take and I'm like, bro, I don't maneuver like that. It's like if
Yeah.
you're Australian, it's easy. If you're American, I understand where it's like takey. It's like no, like it's just tacky, bro. Like
Yeah,
yeah,
I was thinking of more like TKY the artist.
TKY.
TAKY.
Yeah,
That
no,
shit's
it's
cool, bro.
but yeah, it's like well, tacky's a nickname I've had my whole life, bro. So and just my mentor Control. You made a post about him.
Hmm.
How everyone he's my mentor. So and I took because it's only on his Instagram handle, the artist one. But I really looked at that. I'm like, shit, I do a lot. Like I do a lot like creative different ventures like graphic design work, fashion, bro. I've been trying to create like merch lines and shit and
Yeah.
self-engineer, make music and whatnot. So there's different types of like art forms and shit that I do, bro.
Shit.
Mm.
Would you consider yourself a jack of all trades?
Oh fuck yeah, bro. That's the part of my professional brand in it. Like
Yeah.
I just tap in us, like not even just music exclusively, even though when it is music, like I do like R&B, modern trap, and then just traditional hip hop, bro. Mm.
Damn. When did that whole like hip hop thing for you start? Especially doing like a lot of creative work. When all that sort of stuff start?
I've been rapping since I was 8, bro. I've been
Yeah.
rapping since I was 8 years old. I learned that shit from fucking first ever rap song I listened to. I'm pretty sure it was Shook One's Part Two by Mob Deep. First one,
Damn.
just has that iconic beat. It's like,
Yeah.
fuck off the realness. We be the infamous, the murderers, Queensbridge murderers. Yeah, bro. Like, just iconic stuff like that. And I just fell in love with the genre since. But I didn't really start recording until I was about like 14. But up
Hmm.
until that point, I've been rapping for a long time.
Do you have a verse that just sticks with you at all?
Um, Shit. I mean, first things first, rest in peace, Uncle Phil.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, yeah, that's like it's it kind of put me on the spot, but that's all right. A verse that specifically, like, I can name a song, like, it's more of an R&B record, like,
Yeah.
"Shot for Me" off "Take Care." That's the second track off of Drake's second album, and that album actually really formed my sort of musical taste a lot. It was very somber, but not in a oh I'm sad, I'm not doing anything with my life about it. But it's like he's done something about his sadness, but he's still sad, and that's the point of contrast that really catches my attention, and that's why I want to push for specifically the Oz music scene, bro.
Yeah.
Trying to shift the culture.
No, I get that. I
Mm.
mean, when you do write, where does it come from and what do you write about?
Purely experience and feelings, bro. Like no, no offense to like other Oz rappers and bro that like rap about being tough. I can't rap about being tough because that's just not me. There's people that hop on drill beats that don't drill. And
Yeah.
this is a personal rule I set for myself. Even though a song I've put out's got a drill beat switch on it, and I've got my bro A double on it because he does that shit. But I've never drilled, bro. I'm not a hard fella. So I just make music that is a reflection of me.
Hmm.
Mm.
Did you say you don't really like poses too much? Is that another way of framing it? You don't
Yeah,
like people who just like fake the
I like,
scene?
yeah, I like authenticity, bro.
Hmm.
And even when it is authentic, uh, like say there's musicians that rap about the struggles in their life, and that's fair, bro. Everyone's allowed to rap about struggles and stuff in their life, but it's when I like hear they're not doing anything about it per se. They're not trying to take any um chances or career moves, not even career moves, just trying to better themselves in any way, shape, or form to get themselves out of the situation they're in. And that's just a recurring theme of Oz rap culture, which is what I'm trying to push sonically, bro.
Yeah. There is a discussion going on with Oz rap. What do you think of it as a whole, really? Like Aussie music, really.
It's good. It's good sounding music, and there's pieces of music that appeal to each and every sub demographic of of all parts of the Oz rap subgenre. And there's Islander rap, and that's very like community based. Everyone's
Mm,
like feel good together music, and there's drill, and that's meant to be a reflection of people that are suffering in low socioeconomic areas and stuff. So I've grown up around that violence, but I don't want to partake in it, and then there's like gutter rap, and that's real low socioeconomic area, but they're trying to keep it real and say like, yeah, I'm a real hard cunt, but I'm not gonna rap on a drill beat. So,
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I get you, dog.
like I understand all those types of music, but I really want to bring forth a new sound, and especially with lyrics that complement the sound that are about just changing your situation, and it's not about, oh, money fell out of the sky. This is what the music I make would be talking about, what
Yeah.
I did to make better steps to move forward
Yeah,
in life.
I get that. How would you describe yourself as an artist then? Because you definitely touch a lot of points about being authentic,
Mm,
making change.
mm. Uh, being how to describe myself as an artist. I mean, sonically, I do borrow a lot from the big mainstream, like The Weekend, especially his early trilogy work, bro. I've got songs out with basically one for one production of a
Mm,
weekend. I can't sing like him. I try my best, but
yeah.
um, and then there's a lot of Drake, Kanye, J. Cole, um, those sort of inspired sounds out at this point in time. But what I've got projects lined up that trace back to like my real first inspirations, like my upcoming project. I got four.
Yeah.
So, and one of them is called Time Is Your Relative. And that's meant to go all the way back to like really was the first thing that started this whole thing. And that album's like super inspired by Nas, Mobb Deep, all of that core hip hop where it really just demonstrated the core senses and skills that you need to have a sound like that and project your dreams and what you observe. Mm,
I get that. I get that.
mm.
Um, what would you consider to be your strengths in your professional life, I'd say?
I'm ambidextrous, bro. Like I work in a I work in an office job,
Mm.
but
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
okay.
making but I'm making music on the side. Like I've gained skills that allow me to not just be be local me, but when
Mm.
I'm at work and stuff, I I can put on my good morning so and so you're speaking with do like I put on my white Aussie voice so
Yeah.
mm,
Shit, man. Um,
mm,
so you're versatile, I'd say. Is
yeah.
that something you consider? What about like when we go about something towards weaknesses? Because that'll be, you know,
Weakness.
Maybe you prioritize things.
Yeah,
No, I
yeah,
was worried about someone's gonna come in my room as well and fucking
I
bug me.
know. Um, Weaknesses, I'd say, um, I definitely need to work on share like sharing, bro, and not like overcrowding and sort of manipulating things to be specifically in my vision. Because
Mm,
A Double and I, we're like a duo coming up in this underground Oz rap scene, and the more collaboration, the better. Honestly, from everyone within Oz rap, but I find myself manipulating like the way things sound, and I'm just telling them like, bro, trust, this is gonna sound better. Like,
mm,
so I really need to let go of the creative steering wheel
yeah,
and let people have have free range, because I
yeah.
have a lot of good ideas, but I need to learn to be aware that there's others with good ideas as well.
Like someone else take the wheel for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
Mm.
It can be hard, especially when like so many creative people in the same space trying to really get their ideas out there.
Mm.
How do you handle that?
How do I handle ideas being
Yeah, just clashing ideas or just everyone
uh
jumping in on board on something.
if everyone's jumping in and got ideas, I try and compromise, try my best to compromise, meet in the middle, make sure everyone's getting an aspect of their idea included. But then if it just doesn't work, I have to trust my instinct,
Yeah.
You have to trust my instincts, and then if that even doesn't end up working, then usually the song doesn't even end up being recorded.
Yeah, true, true. Do
Yeah.
you have anything upcoming that you want to talk about?
March 1st, to kick off me dropping weekly
Yeah.
during March. So
Mm.
Cold World, which is a producer and myself collab. The producer's name is Young XERX, and he produces like super mellow beat. And I just figured for the first time to try and combine two parts of my like artist profile, which is I make R&B music, but I also like rap.
Yeah.
If I can really be a pioneer, especially in the Oz rap space, and be like what Drake was for American hip hop,
Mm.
and bring forth that it's okay for artists to rap and sing on the same song, but you don't know to like a level, because there's
Yeah.
Oz rappers here that sing and rap, and all due respect, they'll sing fun, they'll rap fun, but I personally just think I've especially this track I'm releasing March 1st, Cold World. It's such a cleaner mesh of sound,
Mm.
you know. It doesn't sound too abstract.
Yeah. Like a fine balance of the two being mixed
Mm,
together. That's
yeah.
fair, man. Where has like music taken you? Because that's something you've been doing this since you were 8, is what you've told me. But where has it
Yeah.
taken you, really?
Ah, well, since I started recording in about 2018, it's taken me, in the grand scheme of things, nowhere. But I appreciate the
Mm.
networking connections I've made with artists across the country, bro. Like my boy Zoo James, he's been played on Triple J on Earth, and I think it was just before Soldiers really started popping off, which is his new single that came out recently. Go stream Soldiers by Zoo James.
Shout out to you, bro.
Yeah. And like just before he really started getting some attention, then I just reached out to him, bro. I was like, damn, bro, your music is banging. And that's the same with tens of other artists across networking and connections I've made, not
Mm.
just in the Brisbane underground hip hop scene, but across all of Australia, bro.
I get that, man. It's making
Mm,
a community. That's pretty much what it's about, especially in Australia, Aussie hip hop, where it's like,
mm,
there's such
mm,
negative stigma. They're trying to
mm.
bring out the best in everyone.
Yeah, bro. I think that there's definitely something in the culture right now where I think artists just feel divided and they have to one up each other. And
Mm,
that's fair, bro, because realistically, hip hop started as like a competition between uh Sugar Hill Gang, Rapper's Delight, a hot song for a bit, and then Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five released the message, and then that was the staple song. So realistically, hip hop is a competition, but when it gets to the point where stuff is getting violent and people are just angry towards each other all the time, that's where it needs to cease fire almost. And
mm.
that's why I feel like Oz rap, specifically Oz rap hip hop, is it's just a culture where no one wants to collaborate because they're all afraid of getting washed on a song. So
Yeah, man. Yeah, 100%. Especially relating back to the OGs.
mm,
Like that's pretty much where we can like pretty much build ourselves from to where we are now.
mm,
That's some pretty smart stuff, bro. You really know your music, man.
yeah. Well, like I said, bro, I've studied this game from like tooth and nail all the way since I was 8, bro. Ever since I heard Shook One's Part Two, because that realistically, I look at that song and I hear it, I just it paints a picture in your mind, you know. It's like
Mm,
just those first four bars are incredible. And not saying that there's no artists in Australia doing it like that. Like there's several artists that have the potential to, and there's a few, and maybe I haven't even heard some myself because I don't have like a massive radar for underground Oz hip hop. Maybe there are people that have made songs on the same quality as Shook One's Part Two, if not better than.
mm,
But I feel like me personally, aside from my artist brand being versatility, it's also the one that can really provide the traditional sound of hip hop you know, instead of Oz hip hop being regarded as like there's different subsections with gutter rap or drill,
yeah.
because I don't think there's a traditional hip hop sound in Australia yet. Or I think everyone's putting their own spin and twist on it. But it's
Mm,
never bad to forget where the original came from.
yeah.
Mm,
I like that, man. Pay homage, especially
mm,
experimenting. I mean, you pushed yourself to try and sing as
mm.
well. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've been singing since I was a kid as well, bro. Like shout out to my mum.
Yeah, biggest shout out, man.
Yeah, shout out to my mum. She's the reason I learned to sing.
Mm.
Um, I actually said that on the 2004 record of my album I Am David. And yeah, speaking of I Am David, that was that album. Sorry, I'm going on a tangent.
Nah, dude, do you
Yeah,
speak your shit?
like that whole album I Am David is just it's a massive therapy piece for me, bro. Like
Mm.
before I got this job I'm at now, I was like dead shit broke. I ain't had a good good song to my name yet because before that I dropped some really mid trap music. And then I dropped a nice EP, but that wasn't enough. So I just had to come full throttle, tap into my hip hop roots, and provide just a piece that was truly 100% authentic to me.
Mm.
Mm.
I get that, man. I get that. And like, what about your hobbies and stuff outside of, music? There's obviously more to you than just hip hop, especially when you've
Yeah.
told me singing is a big part of you and you've learned that.
Mm. Yeah, bro. Like, fucking, oh, obviously rugby league. I mean, look at me, bro.
I could see that thing in the background too.
Yeah.
I see
Look
that. Is that
at
the
it.
Panthers?
No, no, no. It's actually I am a Panthers now, a Panthers fan now, but it's a Roosters. It's a
Oh,
Roosters.
true,
Yeah, I gotta take
true.
that down, change it.
Yeah, I don't keep up with the footy, but I know those guys aren't really the best team.
Yeah, nah, Panthers, bro, they're killing it right now. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
rugby
yeah.
league. I don't know, bro. I've just been obsessed with like creative media my whole life, bro. Like I've been drawing way earlier since I started music, bro. Like I got, when my brain is just shut down from music, as I have no ideas left, I just grab out the sketchbook, bro, and I just draw like a Goku or something.
Oh, you gotta show me that, man. I freaking love anime, especially Goku.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I got it right here.
That's funny as.
Yeah, but hold up. I mean, forgive me, bro. Fucking the proportions are shit.
Nah, you do you, man. It makes you happy. That's all that really matters. You know what I
Like, well, that's not joking. Next page is
mean?
yeah,
Oh, I like that. Oh,
yeah,
that's actually really cool.
yeah,
I like that. I really do, man. It's in your own style, really. Like, I like that,
yeah.
man.
And then I just draw like massive bulk dudes like that.
Is that Yamcha?
Nah, bro. It's not anyone, but I gave him 6 dots like Krillin.
Yeah, yeah. That looks like it looks like someone from the Dragon Ball. Yeah, there's another guy who has like an eye in the middle of his forehead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
10,
that's what
10
I'm thinking of.
Shinhan, bro. 10
Yeah, that's him.
Shinhan. I mean,
That's him, bro.
I like anime. I haven't watched anime in a long while, but I like Dragon Ball specifically, you know,
Yeah.
especially since they contribute to like the message of self-improvement, you know, and making change. So
Hmm. Well, for the most part, they still have a bunch of like, random ass shit going on, especially with
yeah,
Vegeta getting jealous all the time.
yeah, exactly. Like yeah, Vegeta getting jealous, I think. But nah, just this it's actually especially Vegeta regarding change, bro. Like he went from a whole ass villain and now he's protecting the earth
Yeah.
alongside the guy that he fought what like 15 years ago.
Honestly, that's a good way of thinking about it because I don't even like look at Vegeta like that. I just thought he was a good guy the whole time.
Hmm.
Um, within like your circle of people, who really knows you? Do you reckon?
Uh a lot of my artists I'd say on like a handful, but you know, I try and get connections with a lot of my artist friends, you know, and I feel confident in my judgment of character capabilities. You know, I can judge someone's character and think, yeah, I'm cool to like really try and connect with this person. Like especially you, bro, when you reached out, I was like, shit, this guy's awesome, and you were just
Mm,
really engaging and stuff. So when it comes to like judgment of character, I try and make sure who I really connect with to try and get to know me. Um, I feel confident that they won't use that information against me later on.
yeah, yeah.
You know?
I could imagine you've had shit going on because that's pretty much where like protection and knowing how
Mhm.
to find these people really comes from.
Yeah, bro. And it's just
Yeah,
it's all about um experience, like trusting the people that's around you.
yeah.
And I feel confident in that, especially a double. Like him and I have been mates since he was 6, bro. So
Oh, whoa. Okay, okay.
yeah,
So that's why you guys are good dynamic then. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. No, honestly, when I first found you, obviously it was that one track that I found, but you guys had a really good dynamic where you guys were just able just to flow with each other.
Mm.
Um, the track was really good and it really just highlighted each of your skills.
Yeah, bro.
For
Like
real, man.
A double has a really grounded in reality sound, whereas I like to put a little twist and flair here and there.
Yeah.
So
I get that. I get
you
that.
got me in rapper mode, bro. I said twist and flair
Yeah.
here and there.
Because, yeah, go on, bro.
But yeah, so he takes a really grounded approach, you know, straightforward. Whereas I really like providing an adjusted sound, you know.
Mm,
Like it's nice to hear real raps, but I think just to really spice up the listener's ear, like flicking in like an awkward flow here and there, but still managing to fit in like a triplet that manages to get you back on track. So that keeps like the audience's ears like focused because they're like, oh, this didn't sound right for a couple seconds, but then it sounded great once he managed to make it work.
yeah.
Mm,
Consistency, man. Keeping
mm.
consistent and just working on your craft really can really get you to
Yeah,
that point where you're happy with it, man. I mean, like you've mentioned Aussie rap. What's
mm.
the music in the scene like down in where are you from again? Brisbane?
Brisbane, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, well, the Brisbane rap scene, bro, honestly, so much promising talent here. Like, there's such a diverse sound going on. Like, my boy is Tesh It Up. He's super X inspired, and he makes a lot of like early 2018, sorry, 2016, 2017 SoundCloud rap era,
Mm,
and but it sounds way more polished. So when he drops it, it's just like, bro, this is so raw but polished at the same time. So shout out to my boy Tesh It Up. Um, I'd say also there's, the fuck, bro. I seem stupid now, but
No, what? Come on, man.
no, no. No, I can say there's a lot of diverse sound. I just think me not being able to name them then is more specifically because I associate um like naming people with who I like see as like trustworthy friends, you know.
Okay, I guess that.
I'm confident that there's lots of different sounds out there and sounds still for me that I haven't even tapped yet.
Yeah,
But yeah, there's Brisbane's like a gold rush waiting to happen.
I get that. What
Mm.
about the events? Is there many events going on there? Like a bunch of like stuff going on around there?
There are events here and there, bro, but I think a problem with events, especially for Brisbane, is that there's not a lot of Brisbane artists being put on those events. There's a lot of interstate, international um players at those events. And I think it's a missed opportunity, and I'm like me personally, there's managers down here, like my boy Jared Stotzy. He be putting on for Brisbane artists so hard, and he's working his ass off trying to elevate the scene. But there's so many other bigger entertainment venues and businesses where they have opportunities to really put on hungry and innovative artists, but they'd rather choose some guy that's been at this for 5 years and he doesn't even want to perform anymore. He's just there for the money.
Yeah, yeah. It does make it tricky for the underdogs, man. That's why I'm
Mhm.
just like, at least trying to highlight those who really want to be out there. Have you done many shows yourself?
I've done about 3 shows my whole career.
Mm.
My first show was in January of 2021, and the last show I did was August of last year. So one show a year.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
No, it's hey, look,
Yeah.
I'm not even a rapper and I haven't done any shows either. I've gone to a few. I've seen a lot of artists
Actually, I
who are
think this
just
is sorry,
go
I
on,
didn't
go
mean
on.
to cut you off. This is, I
Oh,
think I'm confident I'm the only human on earth that's performed live before actually going to see someone perform live. Because my
yeah,
first concert that I went to go see was Denzel Curry in April of 2023. And I'd
right.
done 2 shows before that point because I
Hmm.
hadn't seen the artist live. And Denzel Curry was my first artist I saw live.
How'd that make you feel? Because it would have been like, yeah, shit, I'm on the same level as him, type of deal.
Same level, bro. Bro was had mosh pits going and shit.
Yeah,
At my shows, that was one song I did, but it's this song staying unreleased forever because that's just not me, bro.
yeah.
I had like some SoundCloud shit, bro.
Mm.
It's just like X screaming into a mic, but I ain't dropping that. And I had a mosh pit going, and especially in that specific set, I had so many different sounds. Like I said, R&B, modern trap, and then 2 songs that I recorded for I Am David that I performed there. And they're like, bro, this is like a whole museum of sounds that he's putting on. This is just the opening act. This is the first guy on stage. And then I had the headliners tell me like, bro, you set the bar way too fucking high tonight.
Not there, man. Gosh. No, I'm sure you came on top, man. I personally would love to see you like live, but it's gonna take me to come all the way out there, or even, if you're coming out
Well, bro,
here.
I've been emailing A&R teams for like Universal, Warner, everybody, bro. That's actually something that needs to be become more widespread knowledge. So management teams for like underground artists, but with a bit of buzz behind them,
Yeah.
they email A&R teams. That needs to become more widespread knowledge so that artists themselves can put together press packages to send to these A&R teams that are scouting for underground artists. So if that's information that needs to be made public and people want to know, I'll tell you straight up, just email these guys and they've got instructions on their page how to.
That's some really good advice. No, honestly, that's really
Mm,
good advice because it's like there's a lot of like I was saying before, there's a lot of people really want to get out there.
mm,
And I personally didn't know that. Like,
mm,
reaching out to people like that and
mm.
damn man, I thought it was all about getting noticed, but you're really trying
Yeah,
to make
well,
yourself known.
there's ways of like, you can honestly, if you're just putting music out there into the big wide world, and yeah, there's a chance of it blowing up purely off of like word of mouth, which is the best way for things to spread. But if like a direct foot into the industry is sending press packs with like demos and a short paragraph on your artistic brand and what you'd be able to provide as a musician to these so and so labels.
Shit. Bro, that leads me straight into the next question. Where
Mm.
do you see yourself in 5 years?
Oh, bro. In 5 years, I see myself packed out Suncorp Stadium, bro.
Okay.
At minimum, bro, packed out Suncorp Stadium because I want to. I see my bros coming out of Brisbane making international moves already. That's great. And all respects, his name's I'm the Future, bro. Big ups to
Hmm.
I'm the Future. He's fucking his music's tough as hell. Signed by Antonio Brown from fucking the National Football League over in America.
Hmm.
He makes music, and I want to follow the same path as him. Is create an international sound. I feel, well, to be honest, I am dissing Kid Leroy, but Kid Leroy's just gone and left this country, bro. He doesn't really embrace his Australian identity. He only comes back around whenever there's a McDonald's ad or some product to promote. Realistically,
I get that. Yeah,
mm.
100%. You want
But
to stay more with your roots, eh?
yeah, that's what my whole thing is, bro. Authenticity, staying true to where I came from, and what my identity is, bro.
Hmm.
You know, I don't like pretending. I don't like, and that's why I've made a vow to myself. I'll never, for example, I'll never hop on a drill beat because that is just not me. To rap tough about stabbing people or stuff that I've had to do because I haven't had to do it. I've witnessed it. I've grown up around it. I've seen it happen in front of me. I've been questioned by 12, and I want to remove myself from that. Mm,
It takes a lot of strengths, man. Look, I'm sorry to hear for one that sort of shit's going on in your life because
mm,
it's tough to hear. It does have take a lot of toll on a person.
mm.
But would you say it's more the music or the people that sort of add that stigma to that sort of sound?
It's 50-50, bro. Like,
Hmm.
but there's a generational disconnect
Yeah.
in Australia because realistically, um, hip hop has only really been a thing in Australia for the past 20 years.
Hmm.
But whereas America has like half a century of hip hop behind it, and that's where the sound originated from. So when that transition period come over to Australia, there's a whole three generations of Australia that don't like what they're hearing because they heard
Hmm.
all about it during um its like golden age in America. They heard it secondhand, and now it's made its way over here. They're like, it's an invasion of like our culture and identity, and it's really not. It's just another expressive art form that allows everyone of different cultures and anything to express um how they feel, their their life experiences, and especially uh voicing out the struggles that are
Hmm.
out there
Hmm.
in different parts of Australia.
Definitely, man.
Mm.
Definitely. What's like your goal with? I know I said 5 years, but even for like a show, you've said the Suncorp, but is there any other places you'd like to go?
Um, I just thought of Suncorp because I just I need to put on for Brisbane. I need to take, well, most importantly, Brisbane, Queensland, and Australia worldwide. But most importantly, bro, my biggest aim is becoming national level. You know,
Yeah.
staying being a friendly neighborhood Australian musician. And if I happen to go global, then that's all the better. I'd love to go global. who wouldn't want to go global? But
Yeah, yeah.
I think I have a feeling, bro, because there's I don't want to fall into the same trap that other artists have of where they get a taste of what America is like, and they want to stay over there. And I'm so confused by it. There's nothing wrong with America. I'm making music that was created by Americans, but I want to stay homegrown, bro. I don't want to lose my Australian accent.
Yeah, no, big ups, man. I get that. Fuck, you're as real as they get, and it's really rare to really see artists like you like to stay very authentic to themselves. Do you ever talk about real situations that happen in your life in your music?
Oh, bro, all over I'm David. There's just tens and tens of lyrics about experiences, specific situations.
Hmm.
Like my song, the opening track from the 4-5, bro.
Yeah.
It's about me and my bro just walking around and then getting called a slur out loud. So then we had to
Mm.
go and beat up a white kid.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's like a whole situation in that song. And then after that situation, just the brief outline of it was explained. The the rest of the song was explaining how I differentiated from that violence, and then how my mate he's gone on to become like a boxing. He's pursuing boxing dreams now. He's taking all that violence he grew up around. And he's channeling it into boxing overseas in Tonga.
Yeah, okay. All right. And your way of like music is therapy for you then, hey.
Yeah, that's specifically I'm David is like a whole therapy session, bro. And if there's just people that want to listen to a real local and raw album, that's lean and digestible. It's only about like 30, 34 minute listen. I'm David. There's a remastered version coming out with three extra songs. Because I'm taking a couple off because to be honest, they just suck. But
Mm. Fair, fair, fair.
and I'm adding on, better songs that fit the better narrative and felt more like a soulful release.
Yeah.
Hmm.
How do you go about criticism? Because obviously, like every artist is gonna have that thing that they just don't like, especially about themselves or their songs. How do you handle your criticism?
Um, I try it. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I get defensive as fuck
Yeah.
about criticism.
Fair, fair.
If I Because it's someone um taking a different perspective on what you've created,
Mm,
and it's hard to get over the initial fence of like, this is what I made. Why do you have anything to say about it? But you got to think that they're talking from the other side. They can only see from a above eye perspective, bro. They
mm,
weren't actually there, and especially in cases like I Am David, where I released the album full of realistic, it was like full of short stories, but because there's listeners, like there's some musicians from America that took a listen to it and they gave feedback on it. It's like they gave criticisms on how they didn't necessarily see anything 100% um envisioned, because all they heard were just like short stories here and there, and you jump from different points in your life, because I'm David holistically is meant to it's not meant to be a point A to point B project. It's like just little blurs in
mm.
different vital points in me growing up. Mm.
That's good to know, bro. I like that format better, especially because every single album has its own format. But it's only until you ask the artist or
Mm.
see the back of the blurb where it tells you what it's about. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
fuck.
Shit, man.
I want to put that record on vinyl because
I'd love to get
cover.
one. I'd love to
Mm.
get one. I'm literally on this hunt of trying to find every artist that I talk to something signed by them. You know what I mean? Like a thing they've made. You know what I mean?
Fuck, bro. I'll send you the Goku drawing via mail.
Yeah, legit. Let's do that. Let's do that. Yeah, that's sick. Because now I'm just like I feel like a rock star, honestly. Just because like I'm getting trying to get them to sign a shirt or a CD or something like a little piece of paper or something. You know what I mean? Oh,
No,
that's
that's
just
bro. Fuck, I give you more than a piece of paper, bro. Paper is fucking.
anything I'm looking for scraps, dog. I want the real thing. Oh damn.
I'm. I don't know. I like treating people with how I'd like to be treated, bro. Like
Yeah,
like first interaction. I don't.
yeah,
I'm making myself out to be like some sort of good Samaritan, but no, it's just I like. I don't have a reason to not give people goodwill on the first 10 minutes of conversation. Like if I
mm,
just I'll start like backing the fuck up and like questioning your motives if I start hearing some weird shit like spurting
yeah,
out your mouth.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But but other than that, it's just goodwill. It's like general teachings, bro. I'm confident everyone's parents have taught them right from wrong, treat people how you want to be treated.
yeah. I wouldn't say that everyone goes back home to love, and it's
Mm,
always good to try and see the good in others. But I liked your outlook in life,
mm,
especially. I hope nothing changes that really, because holding something like that dear is very special. You know.
yeah. And that's what I want to take and put on the forefront of the scene, bro, is being genuine. And if you want to change, you gotta, it's like a maths question when you're in primary school and you lose points for not showing you're working out. Like you lose
Very
points,
specific, very specific.
yeah. Like you lose points for not showing you're working. It's like, oh, I got this money, I've changed my life. It's like, no, the more interesting part is showing what you did to get that money, the trials and tribulations that you did, not just in like short statements, but in like not even concise. Concise is good, but
Hmm.
just thick and rich stories. And that's what I think is lacking in the
Damn, you're
culture.
cooking. You're cooking. That's damn. I should have let you cook. That's some good stuff, though, man.
Mm.
Whoa. You're very wise, man. How old are you, by the way?
I'm 19.
Oh, true. You got your
Yeah,
head screwed on, man. Damn.
I've because I've had to live a lot of life, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
drastic changes here and there
yeah,
all the time. And it's all about adaptability. Once again, links back to my artist profile. I adapt to whatever whatever people need me to be, especially if it's like in the moment. If you need someone to talk to, bro, my music is person like someone you can figuratively talk to in your head and have coming through your ears telling you like shit's gonna be okay.
yeah.
Mm.
What's the one point you think you really make it as an artist? You think it's all about like hearing like the people you've touched with your music? Like, what is it to you?
I think when when I make it is that I'm gonna hear that phone call from Drizzy Drake saying, "Hey yo, it's Drake. I want you to come out to Tampa Bay in Ontario,
Yeah,
Canada, and record a couple joints with me." That's when I'll be like, "Oh shit, okay,
yeah,
we're getting there." But when I make it, is hearing people say how much I've affected them, and especially on wide scales, bro. Because I'd be messaging like the weekend saying, "Bro, you saved my life today again."
that's funny. That's funny, man.
Yeah, like I'd be messaging him every day, like, "Dude, you saved me for the 250th time today. I love
Can't
you, XO,
imagine.
till we overdose."
Yo, I can't imagine his phone blowing up every time. Like, oh, this fucking guy again.
Exactly. Plus, like, what, 3 billion other people?
Yeah, yeah, legit, legit. No,
Yeah.
they never even answer their phones anyways. Like dude, I don't even know how you get in touch with people like that.
Mm. But I got a love for everybody, man. I don't have any ill will towards anyone. I
Yeah,
mean, here and there, but it's because of, just transgressions that happen. And if there's apologies to be given, there's apologies to be given, and then it goes back to being goodwill.
yeah. I
Mm.
dig that, man. Wholesome as hell. Would you want to get into our section of where we get the responses for the questions, like questions people have sent through for you?
Yeah, yeah, sweet, bro.
All right, give me a second. Okay. So, oh, we got some saucy ones. I'll be
Oh,
honest
saucy.
with you. Yeah. Man, my phone is bugging.
It's all good, bro.
You don't want that.
It's the dog. It's the
Yeah.
black
All right.
dog.
So the one person asked, how did you get started? Where and how did you record?
So where I got started recording, my boy, Jonathan. So I think we were doing YouTube diss tracks against someone from Western Australia.
Yeah.
Both of them, they're still both my best mates right now. But like the one I
Hmm.
was dissing and the one that facilitated the recording.
Hmm.
So we got started doing that. And then I was like, I rap outside of doing like YouTube diss tracks. So I might as well like merge both worlds. And yeah, it took a bit of time trying to, you know, get comfortable sitting in front of a mic, spitting lyrics, making sure like it's taken years for
Yeah.
me to perfect, not even perfect, work on my delivery, still improving my delivery as we speak. And it all culminates up into a specific period of time. You once you get in front of that microphone, you're just in that zone. So I owe my early work to my boy Jonathan, and I mean, after I got my first microphone, I know that I was putting myself through the ringer with
Hmm.
releasing trash music that wasn't mixed.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Living your
and
learn.
yeah, and I was following trends and stuff. The baby type beats,
Yeah.
lyrical miracle ass lyrics, and then it took a while for me to form my actual artist identity.
Yeah.
But at that point, I was just making fun music for fun during that time because I couldn't figure out a way to take my actual thoughts and find good production and have them meet together.
Hmm.
And that's only really started happening within the last 3 or so years, that me gaining the ability to put those together. My like actual feelings, experiences, and thoughts onto great production and then cohesively mesh it together. Mm.
Shit. Well, that's his answer
Mm.
done. Your boy, by the way, A W, he asked when's the music dropping?
So I'm not just gonna say the release date for one song. So we all know March 1st, Cold World featuring Young XERX, where it's got me singing and rapping. And
Hmm.
then March 8th, on International Women's Day, I'm dropping this toxic ass two song single called Manic XO, which is a follow up from my November 2022 project, 5 song EP just called Manic. So that's a
Hmm.
follow up from them. I've had those 2 songs sitting in the vault forever, and I've showed them to tens of people, and they just want it out. So I'm like,
Yeah.
cool, I'll put it out. After that, I think March 15th, we got a one single dropping, and it's oh, magnificent, bro. I'm sure there's gonna be the one that gets me a Drake phone call for sure, or some sort of email from any label,
Hopefully,
from
bro.
anyone. I'm sure there's gonna be the one.
Yeah.
And then it's just singles and a release plan. I've got, like I said, I've got 4 albums sitting that are just getting finalized and finished, and I've been putting my heart and soul into this stuff because I mean, I recorded I'm David in 6 months, and then I recorded the remastered version in 3 hours. So
Hmm.
that's including all the new songs. And I just want it to come out sounding perfect, bro, because I already had all the content with my previous work, but it's just the sound, like the general sound that lacked.
Yeah, that's fair. Are you chasing perfection for that one?
Bro, I'm such a perfectionist. I actually hate it because I
Do you know
wish
how
I
common that is?
could.
It's not even funny. It's very common, bro.
Yeah, I'm a too big of a perfectionist, man. Like I'm just looking at these albums, and I'm like, every song on here, is good or right, but it's just missing this one thing.
Yeah,
So then it sits there, and until I actually do something about it and like either go re-record it or ask my engineer to just tweak it here and there, you know.
I get that. I get that.
That's
There's no shame in there, man.
mm,
For real. Now we're gonna change the tone real quick. I feel
mm,
like this guy's your friend. This is the last question we have, by the way.
yeah.
Because the other one is from someone called Forever Timeless Studio. I'm not sure if you know them, but they only sent me like a little trophy. You
Mm,
know, I feel like they recognize me. But this
mm.
guy, I'm not sure if he's your friend, like I said, but he asks, "Does it squirt?" You gotta answer. I'm sorry, man. Rules are rules.
Um, only if I make her squirt. I mean, not me specifically, but the 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 jams.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I don't, but they do. You know, in the name of Father Future,
Yeah.
squirt and burst. You
Yeah.
dash,
Pop
bro.
and lock. Yeah. I
There
get
you
you. I
go.
get you.
Mm.
There you go. That's pretty much all the questions, bro. I think the last one was my favorite, honestly.
Yeah, I know because it's just so left field. Like everything else was genuine. The stuff you
Yeah.
just get this random ass one where it's like,
No,
what
no.
the
That
fuck?
that's gonna be the rule. I want to make everyone answer them. Like, the more responses I get, the better. You know what I mean? It's about the quantity, not the quality.
Yeah, word, bro. Honest.
Word. I mean, is there anything you'd like to say? Any shout outs, any of those sort of things you want to say? Because I've asked you all the questions I needed, man.
Once again, shout out to my boy Jonathan. Shout out to my boy. Sorry, to my boy Astro. Shout out to my boy Tesh It Up. Shout out to my mentor Control. Shout out to my like pseudo manager. He's just one of my good mates. Jared, Stotzy. Give all of those people on Instagram a follow. Shout out to my boy Sinister M. He's on some real hyper pop shit. I don't like hyper pop, but he needs some engagement, so I'm giving him a handout.
True, true.
I'm joking, Sinister. Don't
What
kill me.
about your moms, bro? What about your moms? Where's she at?
Yeah, of course. Shout out to the family. Shout out to my mom and dad. They're like half the topics on the album Iron David.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to everyone, bro. Shout out to everyone that's just allowed me to become who I am and who I want to be in the future. Shout out to all the artists, bro. Shout out to most importantly, shout out to Nas.
Yeah.
That man's a legend, bro. He's gonna help me create Australian's version of Illmatic. So that's all I'm saying.
Nah, bro. Honestly, thanks for coming on, man. For real.
It's all good, bro. I was keeping it playful, but also being down to earth. You know,
Yeah.
that's because it keeps people interested. Like, I don't have any hate towards anyone for how they sound. People can do what they want, but
Yeah.
I have thoughts, and I will say them.
Yeah, 100%. And that's the authentic you I was telling you about, man, because there's no way you could really hide that. You know, you could fake as much as you want, but it's gonna come out
Yeah.
eventually. You know what I
Mm.
mean? But hey, bro, this is under the charm, man. This is what we do. We support the people who sit under the top 100s, and we give them a voice. We get to really show them if they're human. Like, we show them that they're more than just an artist. They're human. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Not that
I get
they are
you.
human.
Yeah, bro. I am human. Who are
Yeah.
you?
Oh,
You
damn.